The Prophet, he says, if you fart, Allah don't accept your prayer.
Is it true?
Yes.
Why?
Agree.
Why?
Well, I think I'm not the one going to answer this question. Please help us with the answer, Sheikh.
Because when you are in the mosque, you have to be clean, pure. Everybody, before you go to pray, you wash yourself. Then you go to pray.
Okay.
Okay, so meaning if you fart, you are not clean. You have to be clean when you are presenting yourself before Allah. Once again, beloved, I greet you and I welcome you to Lawson Media. My name is Boache Stephen, and I hope you are enjoying programs going on over here. Make sure to always take your book and your pen. Make sure to note down some things, or we get to me. Seriously, we are consulting authentic sources. Or we get to me. Christian Prince has been deemed very much authentic, and surely the Islamic gurus are not willing to face him in a debate. Okay, I think Zakir Naik is not making the attempt to do so, and the Islamic scholars who have ever made the attempt to debate Christian Prince actually have gotten themselves wanting. I'll be get to me, and surely they've most of them deserted Islam. You understand? And I quite remember I heard that an Islamic sheikh, after debating Christian Prince, went into his mosque and turned everything out and was like, no, I'm not going to allow the use of Quran in this mosque again because it is scam. Just like this, how this guy was doing on the net, fancy, he's throwing shades to and on to the Bible, saying the Bible is scam and blah blah blah. We get to me. Before a person can put forth stuff like this, you have to go by. You have to do well your scrutiny. You have to do well your assessment before to be able to come out with something like that. You do not just speak. I'll be get to me. Christian Prince do not just speak. I think when it comes to Islam, he knows well the Quran. He knows well the Islam. He knows well Muhammad. I'll be get to me. Seems fancy. Even he was his classmate. You understand? Well, quickly. Have you ever heard of this? Do you really know that Allah, whenever you go to the mosque as a Muslim, and perhaps you had wanted to pray, and in the midst of your prayer, you fart. Do you know what I mean by fart? Like you perhaps fratulated sort of person. You don't get that one too. I mean farting, like you fart. You do understand? Fancy, you were doing it like you were going up and down. Perhaps you ate some cocoa, you ate some porridge in the evening, and it wasn't well cooked. I'll be getting me. So you know what I mean. Seriously, you're gonna experience diarrhea, and sometimes the air that comes, okay, when you feel like you go into the toilet, and perhaps the air surrounding I'll be gets with me the feces, you see, sometimes it comes out, you see, unknowingly. Whenever you do this as a Muslim, serious, Allah is not going to accept your prayer. It seems fancy to sin. Shall we take a quick break and return? You're welcome back, beloved. Seriously, you see, it's somewhat funny, but you know what? I'm very happy I'm not the one saying this. You understand? I'm very happy I'm not the one saying this. Actually, your book says this, okay? Your book says this, and we're actually going to react on this program. It went on between Christian Prince and the Muslim. Hope you get to me. And this is something else. This is something else, and I don't really know what to say about the Allah of the Quran. This isn't sinful, okay? It came by accident. It came by mistake, okay? And Allah should know for sure that the person is the sheikh or the imam is suffering from diarrhea. You understand? Perhaps he would love to go to private or he would love to go to ease himself, but due to the fact that the time was up for prayers, okay, the time was up for salah. That's why he had to come to the mosque. Okay, and he was able to do everything, but mistakenly he farted. Okay, mistakenly the thing came accidentally. You see, sometimes when it is coming, like even the slow one, okay, the one on the low profiles. Seriously, you can. Have you ever studied about osmosis and diffusion? Well, let's quickly go to Christian Prince. He says the Quran, the Islamic books says this. Let's hear him out.
The Prophet, he says, if you fart, Allah don't accept your prayer.
Really? The Prophet of Islam said that if you ever fart, okay, if you fart while praying, if you fart while doing salah, Allah will not accept your prayer. You dare not fart. You see, you have to plaster your buttock. You have to do it. You have to plaster your buttock. If you know you are facing any stomach problem, please do not go before Allah to pray. Because if you by any mistake fart while praying, Allah is never going to be able to stand the fart. Okay, Allah can't stand it because of the scent. Okay, it brings about airborne disease. Airborne, it destroys the air. Allah can't stand that. So please, if you know you're going to fart that period, make sure to not go to the mosque. Maybe Allah is going to accept that about you or that for you. Okay, than to go to the mosque while Allah is there and you're going to fart while praying. Allah will never accept it. Even at the closure of your prayer, you fart, Allah will never accept it. Well, Muslim, please, do you agree to what Christian Prince is saying? Is it true?
Yes.
You heard it, okay? Your sheikh says he agrees. Okay, he agrees. What Christian Prince is saying is true. Well, Christian Prince, what next?
Why?
Agree.
Why?
Well, I think I'm not the one going to answer this question. Please help us with the answer, Sheikh.
Because when you are in the mosque, you have to be clean, pure. Everybody, before you go to pray, you wash yourself. Then you go to pray.
Okay.
Okay, so meaning if you fart, you are not clean. You have to be clean when you are presenting yourself before Allah. When you enter in the mosque, you have to be clean. So have the person not been cleaned or cleansed? The person went through all those stuff he has to do, the ablution and all that. He did everything. But with the fart, it's inside. Okay? He cannot wash inside his belly. Do you understand? Like the thing came accidentally. It came by accident. It came by chance. He didn't expect that to happen, or he didn't expect for that to happen. So what is unclean about this? Why can't Allah stand this smell? Okay, you should even revere the person Allah. You have to respect even the person. The person is trying his possible best to respect you. Okay, to pray, to go by what you expect him to do. Okay, he's trying to go by the deen of Islam. So he didn't consider his stomach problem. And surely he came in front of you and he was praying, and accidentally this fart came. Perhaps he would try to break it a bit. It tries to come, then he pause it. It tries to come, then he pause it. Sometimes the way you will squeeze your buttock, because you try your possible best for your anus to be closed so that it will not come out. Okay, sometimes you try to go down and it will try to come, and you'll be like, then you see that is when you begin to learn how to be reverse a bit, to go forward a bit, to go down a bit, to go up a bit. But sometimes it doesn't mind you. It will tell you the time is up for me to come out. Then you fart. And if accidentally does this, Allah will say, Masa, Vamuz, get out of my mosque. Okay, I'm not going to accept your prayer. Well, Christian Prince, what next?
Okay, but what your Prophet said, if you fart before the end of the prayer, it's accepted.
Well, this question too, I think it's the Muslim going to answer this. Sheikh, you're going to help us in answering this question. Help us.
No. If you fart before the end of the prayer, you stop the prayer, you go wash yourself and come pray again.
Okay, so according to Christian Prince, Muhammad said that when a person fart before ending their prayers, Allah is going to accept that prayer. Okay, when a person fart before to closing their prayer, Allah is going to accept that one. And the Muslim also says that no, that's not true. You will have to you have to wash again and go into the mosque again and bath. Okay, if you fart, no matter what, no matter the time you've spent in the mosque, okay, either you are now beginning or it is in the middle, or you are ending it up and you fart, you have to restart everything. You have to rewash yourself and start everything. Because I think maybe Allah thinks, or maybe sometimes, you see, sometimes people do farts, but when they fart, you get some, or the thing comes out a bit. Or we get to me, the thing comes out a bit, and when you feel in the sound, you get to know that no, this isn't a mere fart, but the person has ease. Okay, so that is it. Well, that was just by the way. Shall we quickly go to Christian Prince again?
Well, let us see the hadith, my friend. Let us see the hadith. The hadith says the opposite.
Well, Christian Prince challenges him with the hadith. He says the hadith says otherwise. The hadith says something different. Okay, why do you say no, the person will have to go and wash again? Meanwhile, your hadith says that the person, if the person did it at the closure of their prayers, Allah is going to accept the prayer. And you say no, the person will have to wash again, but your hadith says otherwise. Well, let's go to your hadith.
Here we go. Here your prophet saying that Allah don't accept you for your prayer if you fart. And then here, let us see, your prophet said, okay, read with me. Allah Messenger said, when he commit farting, meaning a man, and he is sitting in the end of his salat, before saying the taslim, then his salat is acceptable. So why the farting in the beginning or in the middle not acceptable, but farting at the end is acceptable?
Okay, so Christian Prince did the reading, and again, what next?
So why the farting in the beginning or in the middle not acceptable, but farting at the end is acceptable?
Okay, so Christian Prince asks, so why is it that farting in the middle of prayer isn't acceptable, but at the end is acceptable? Why? What is the reason for that? What reason do Allah give in the Quran? Yes, help us, Sheikh.
That's fabrication.
Fabrication?
You cannot fart, not in the beginning or not in the end.
Well, according to him, that is fabrication. It isn't true. You see, I've been telling you that whenever you study with Muslims and they get to know that where you are heading toward, it's actually going to defame their religion, it's going to defame their community or their ummah or their prophet. That's exactly what they do. They try to tell you the book you are citing that information from isn't authentic. But you know what? Christian Prince was able to hide something a bit. You understand? So he's actually going to pinpoint to him that the book I'm using is authentic. Well, Christian Prince, what do you say about this? He says it is daif, it is not fact.
What do you mean fabrication, my friend? Why it's fabrication? Okay, I want you to read this hadith for me.
Yalla, go ahead.
Go ahead. And tell me what do you think about it.
So this question must be answered by the Muslim. What do you mean by fabrication?
Okay, you are the best of people ever raised up for the benefit of mankind. Okay, the best of mankind are those who bring them with chains around their necks till they embarrass Islam, and thereby save them for the eternal punishment in the hellfire and make them enter Jannah in the hereafter. Okay.
So, what do you think of what you just read? So, Sheikh, help us with what you think of what you read.
So, what do you think?
It's weak. People say it's weak. It's not. Maybe it's probably not from Muhammad.
Well, according to him, he says it's a weak hadith. It's a weak hadith. It's a lie. I don't agree with that. Okay? He says he don't agree with what he read. Well, is it a weak hadith? Or is it an authentic hadith? Is it a daif hadith or a sahih hadith? Well, again, Christian Prince.
So what weak mean? Like did not eat good? What happened? What do you mean by weak?
Maybe it's a lie. Muhammad didn't say it. I don't know who's he addressing. You are the best of mankind. If he's talking about Muslims, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree?
I'm not talking about we Muslim, because to us, in our eyes, Muslims are everyone who submit to God.
So you don't agree? You don't agree that Muslims are the best of mankind?
Okay, so don't you believe that Muslims are the best of mankind on earth? Sheikh.
Yeah, not Muslims in particular. Anyone who submit himself to God, this is a Muslim to us.
Okay, he says not Muslims specifically, but anyone that bows down to God is actually what the Quran says or the Hadith speaks of. Okay, what do you say again, Christian Prince?
Those who submit to Allah supposedly according to you, aren't they Muslims anyway?
Okay, so do you agree?
Yes.
Sheikh says yes. Okay, meaning he agrees that Muslims, according to the books of Islam, Muslims are the best of mankind on earth. And if you are not a Muslim, you are never known by Allah anywhere. Well, Christian Prince, what do you say?
Okay, so here, do you agree that the Muslims are the best of mankind? Yes or no?
Yes, sure.
Okay, and why you have to bring people with the chains around their neck?
Okay, this is a great question. And why do you have to bring people with chains around their necks? Are they dogs? Okay, Sheikh, what do you say?
I didn't understand that. What does that mean?
He says he don't understand that. What does it mean? Okay, he's trying to run away from this. He don't understand it. Okay, he don't understand what the hadith is saying, that a person has to be chained like a dog. Okay, and even during the time of the Prophet of Islam, people had to be chained like dogs and be brought forth to him, and they had to be forced into Islam. If you don't accept Islam by force, you are going to be killed. You get that? Surah Al-Tawbah, ayah 29. That's exactly what your prophet told you to do. He's saying he don't understand what Christian Prince is asking. He don't understand what that hadith is saying. He says, I don't understand. What does it mean? Well, Christian Prince, he don't understand. Help him.
That's mean you attack me and you take me and you put a chain around my neck as a dog and you take me as a slave.
You see? So he has explained. Okay? You have to put chain around people's neck, unbelievers' neck, like dogs. What do you say, Sheikh?
Maybe that's why it's daif. See, that is why it's daif.
He's trying to escape again from this fact. He says that is why it's a daif hadith. It isn't authentic. It's a weak hadith. It's a fabrication. It is never true about Islam. Well, Christian Prince, what next?
So now it's daif. So we reject it because it's exposing Islam, right?
Exactly. That's what he's saying. He's saying it is hadith. It is false. It is to be rejected. Okay. Please, Sheikh, is that what you're saying?
Of course we reject.
Well, Christian Prince, then surprise him. Surprise him with what hadith you are using.
Of course.
Okay. I have a surprise for you. This is not daif. This is sahih.
You know what? I'm afraid that I'm gonna piss you off, and then you're gonna hang up the phone.
In a second. This is why I say you're a kid. All of you Muslims are kids. All of you Muslims are a bunch of kids. A second ago we rejected. Yeah, this is why we rejected, because it's da'if. Yeah, this is why we rejected. You just said that. The second I say to you, I have a surprise for you. This is sahih. Now, don't call me again. Let your dad call me.
Yes, that is a surprise. He surprised this sheikh. Okay, the hadith Christian Prince actually read from is an authentic hadith in Islam. That is Sahih Buhari. And according to Islamic scholars, there isn't any error, there isn't any fabrication, there isn't any mistake in the Imam Buhari's hadith or tradition. Thus, this is exactly what Islam teaches. This is exactly what Muhammad taught his followers. Okay, Islam doesn't accept anybody in any religion, and Islam doesn't just preach to you to be reasoning with them and fancy you are reasoning with them and you've gotten to know that Islam is the true religion and you are living your religion. No, but rather Muhammad, or the Prophet of Islam, taught his followers to by forcefully abduct you from your religion. Okay, you have to do it by force. That's exactly what the Boko Harams are doing. Okay, that's exactly what the Al-Shabaab, Taliban, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and all that are doing. You understand? That's exactly what was the teachings of Muhammad. That's exactly what he did. So what they are doing today is the epitome of the Prophet Muhammad. Okay, so the Muslim actually was trying to escape from this. Okay, but Christian Prince pinpointed stuff to him from his own book. Okay, beloved, I didn't prove anything, but rather Christian Prince showed you everything. I reacted on his video or his program. This went on between him and an Islamic sheikh. Okay, sometimes the people tries to hide or run away from the fact, but facing facts, that's the real face of Islam. May God richly bless you. In this program, we actually deduced that indeed, if a person fasts, okay, in the mosque, Allah is never going to accept that person's prayer. Okay, if the person fasts even in the midst of their prayer of their salah, Allah is actually not going to accept the prayer because it is going to smell bad in his nose. Okay, and if the person fasts at the closure of their prayers, then that one maybe Allah will accept the person. And again, we've deduced for sure that the hadith, according to Buhari, Muhammad said that those that are not Muslims are to be brought forth in chains. They have to be treated like dogs until they repent and they become Muslims by force. That's what I've given you in also Surah Al-Tawbah, ayah 29. May God richly bless you. This shows you the real face of Islam. Make sure to make well your decisions and all that. There are stuff in regards to Islam, in regards to your Allah, in regards to your book that do not correspond to reality. That's exactly what I would love for you to think of and make rational decisions. May God richly bless you. Shout out to you, Mr. Daniel Dankwashin of Palermo Church of Christ, Italy, Mr. Williams, Pasty of Palermo Church of Christ, Italy, and also Mr. Edu, Uncle Sam, Mom Esther, and Nimda Samia Samoa of Toronto, Canada. May God richly bless you all for helping us in sharing this program, and all of you there in KNUST Campus Church of Christ, and also KSTU, West Coast College. May God richly bless you for helping us in sharing this program. Greetings to you, Mr. COD, Mr. Peter, Mr. Obed of USA. May God richly bless you. Brother Nimaku Joseph Jr., Brother Nimaku Joseph Jr. of our Inside Lake Road Church of Christ. This brother is actually a generous man. May God richly bless you, bro. May God richly bless you for your love, your kindness, and everything. May God richly bless you. Help us with your comments under the comment section. Help us with your likes and your subscriptions as well. Help us with sharing this program to all your contact lists. And I think surely we're going to meet next time. May God richly bless you. Bye-bye.